Family, now today we're going to talk about cooking a healthy, delicious meal on a budget. A lot of people say they cannot eat healthy because it's too expensive. Now I'm going to run a course where I try to prepare meals that are healthy and cost effective. At the end of each video, in the description section, I will list the ingredients, the cost of it, and we work out how much it costs. All right, so let's go ahead. I have 1 carrot, a piece of ginger, because I find that ginger adds flavor to your food. I like a lot of garlic, so I'm using 3 pegs of garlic, 3 cloves, 6 fingers of okra, some scallion, cucumber, chocho, which I'm going to slice thinly and eat raw, onion, red cayenne pepper, because I love pepper, cumin, again, because I like the flavor cumin adds to my food, the Badia Complete Seasoning, some coconut oil, some pre-cut, pre-washed callaloo, tomato, pumpkin, and here we have a little pepper hiding in the back. So when I'm preparing, I'm going to do a video of how to prepare this meal and show you the finished product. So I can show you that it is easy to eat a healthy meal on a budget. Along with this, I'm going to include 2 smoked pork chops. So these are not pictured here because they're seasoning and they have been seasoned and is resting in the fridge to be taken out for preparation later. All right, so see you later, guys. So okay, guys, now I've started the process of making the meal. I didn't go through the whole prep thing because, as you can see, I sliced up the tomatoes, some of which I am using to eat raw, some of which I'm placing in the pot. You're going to reduce the heat because you don't want to burn it. When you're putting it in, you make sure your pot is smoking. Then you put a thin layer of oil and you bring that to a smoke as well. And I add in the tomatoes because I like to brown my tomatoes. The pork chops is over there cooking. So this is the first step. I will, show you as I go along what I'm doing. So this is step 1. All right. It's running now. So we've missed out. We've missed out on some of it. I added the okra and carrots to the tomatoes and have them fry for a little bit. I then put in the callaloo, put the pumpkin into steam because you don't want to overcook it. And so now we're covering that up, reducing the heat even further because we don't want anything overcooked. And I have turned the pork chops over, so you see we have a nice char here. As you know, it's pre-cooked. It's smoked, so it doesn't take a long time to cook. So I'm going to cover that up as well and reduce the heat because I think I have enough of a char on there. Okay, run off. Alright, so that's it. Now this meat had been pre-seasoned and was in the fridge for a couple of days. So the meat is nice and well seasoned. And we'll come back to that later. Now what I want to do here is I'm going to turn the pumpkin over so we get it cooked on both sides. And I'm going to give it a few more minutes. I'm going to remove the pumpkin and toss in some seasoning, to bring the flavor up. Because we know pumpkin doesn't take a very long time to cook. So there we go. All right. Okay, so now I have cut a small piece off of the pork chop. See? That's where it is there. Gonna give it a little taste. Don't put that video on me. Alright. Tasting quite good. Now I'm going to turn the stove off and allow it to rest. That will finish the cooking process. Alright. Now don't stop it yet. Alright, so now I'm going to take the pumpkin out a little bit. Forgive me. I'm a little bit clumsy here, but it's going to go back in. But right now what we want to do is add some seasoning. You want to do this now? So in here I have onion, scallion and garlic. So I'm going to just toss that in. A little salt. That looks like a lot. That's no other ingredient. Black pepper. Cayenne. Turmeric. And the body is seasoning. Give it a nice stir. And I use the stir. Give it a nice stir all around. So now you see the tomatoes are cooked. We're going to incorporate all that, the seasoning and everything. So the carrot gives it a little color. We'll have the okra in there. Alright, maybe I should use some more carrot, but remember I have pumpkin and all sorts of other colors on the plate, so you know. I'm gonna toss the pumpkin back in and allow it to steam a little further. 5 minutes and it will all be done. Alright, toss the cover back on. Trap the heat in, make sure the pumpkin is cooked, and we're done. Alright, I'll stop it again. Alright, so guys, the camera is unable to get all of it at once, so I will do a slow move. Here we have sliced cucumbers. I didn't add any seasoning or anything to that as yet because everything is well seasoned and salty, so we can have the fresh cucumbers. If the person wants some more salt on it, they can add that. I am not a lover of salt, so there's none on that. And here we have the raw chocho, which is the first time I'm having raw chocho, and it tastes just like a slice of apple. It is so good. Now to the chocho I added a little salt and pepper and a little of the Badia all-purpose seasoning, and we also have the raw tomatoes. Over here we have the callaloo, okra, pumpkin and carrots, and nicely seasoned. Now if you will notice the nice glistening color on the pumpkin, it wasn't boiled or anything. I just simply added it to the top of the callaloo. And once I turned the heat off, it cooked itself because pumpkin cooks really quickly. So none of the vitamins or minerals have been lost because everything is right there in the pot. And now we have our smoked pork chops. As we know, this was a little pre-cooked, pre-smoked, so it didn't take very long to cook. Once I brought it up to the proper heat and left it to rest, it is nice and cooked. And so this is it as it is now. When I serve up a plate, I will show you what it looks like. And I said in the video description, I will tell you the nutritional value of each portion of the dish and also the cost factor, and point out to you that it is perfectly possible to eat healthy on a budget. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, as promised, here is a plate of the delicious meal. You can see the color is still nice and dark green. The meat is there. We got the cucumbers, the pumpkin, the tomato, and the raw chocho. A delicacy I just discovered and we'll cover in the video further. So this is the finished plate. There is no carbs because one of the benefits of my healthy eating program is I have tried to reduce the carb. We don't need this one bag of dumpling and potato and all of that and rice. I mean, ground provisions is good, but there's a lot of carb on this plate right now. The pumpkin has carbs, the carrots has carbs, and there's carbs in everything, more than enough that you need. So here we go, healthy eating on a budget. Watch out for the video later. Bye.